down the research of scientists for 15 years. Thanks for the extra time, okay?
Thank you.
I want some answers in writing.
Thank you. Zana, Luca Zana.
Thank you very much to bring this up tonight. We appreciate it. Just a practical question. Do you work for the county, ma'am? So you've been commissioned thanks to the Supervisor Watson recommendation, I guess. So we appreciate at least we start to have a dialogue. I think it's very important. Very simple. I understand I don't have a degree. I'm not a PhD. I'm not a doctor. I'm a regular guy. That barium and aluminum, all this stuff, is in the nature. Very good. We can get this from food and water. My God, I didn't know that Safeway sells this stuff because I wouldn't go there anymore. The point is very simple, without being sarcastic. We have a serious problem here, at least something that could be a problem. I'm sure that probably 20, 30 years ago, people like us, coming from the group called today the downwinders, maybe they had the same type of concern and maybe the same type of reaction from different government agencies. They were all laughed at. They were pretty much, everything's okay. I'm not sure if it's okay. I don't know if it's really bad or it's really good. All I know that seriously, we live all together here. Regardless that you sit there, we still are part of the same community. Sometimes we are friends. We go to the same shops. Seriously, I'm not trying to be sarcastic here. It's us. Let's try to look at this seriously as something that could affect ourselves and our families. You got kids, we got grandkids, we all live together. So in the history of the government, this government, like every government, I'm talking about the US government, unfortunately, it's been proven the last 80 years, we had at least 250 examples of testing without the people's consent. This is a fact. The factor we're talking today is called weather modification. You can Google that, or geoengineering of the sky. It didn't happen today. It is not just Mohave County. This is all over the world, by the way. The point here is very simple. Doctors and different scientists found out, also the United Nations, they're trying to say that it's very dangerous to abuse this weather modification. Why they're doing it, I don't know. Besides the food and the water that we were talking about, I'm talking about there are things that come from the sky and fall down. Barium salt of barium, it is not something I'm supposed to have in my blood, okay? As much as I can eat all the bread and the nuts from Brazil. I don't have that normally. So let's look at science, let's look at fact. I know there's some issue that probably is outreach in you. I mean, you don't have that power to stop. If there is some real problem here as a weather modification coming from the federal government, I understand that this county probably doesn't have all the power to stop this problem. It's bigger than us. But as a human beings, morally, ethically, today, let's put it on record. At least we want to be serious to know what's going on. Because one day we're going to be judged, regardless, not from the next election or next people, by somebody more important, regardless your religion. And at least today we had a chance, as people, to start to look into this. I'm happy to provide every information I took, and I don't do this for a living, seriously. I would like to be now with my wife watching TV. The point there is something serious. We have enough information. There are bills on the US Congress that they call by the word chemtrails. Weather modification, it is on records. The official US Congress bills, they've been doing that the last 20 years. So the point is what they're spraying, we don't know. But we know that there are two basic compounds to operate in the weather modification is salts of barium and aluminum. Now that we can find this also in nature, I understand. The point is, let's look also, without being doctors, at the sky. We live in the desert. One of the most beautiful sky used to be this one. Is it funny that someday there is no one airplane at all? Completely zero. And when some airplanes comes around, it disappears very fast. Look at today. Out of the blue, the sky was beautiful. And today we have, again, strange winds and strange fogs. So I'm out. All I can say, please, let's talk about this seriously. We appreciate the first step. It's a good start to know this information. But let's not dismiss something that is not just in the food and the water, please. And if you want to investigate about this weather modification, go to the website. I will provide it to you, exposechemtrails.com. Okay? Thank you very much.
Thank you. What's up? There's nothing else on the agenda.
I can say some more.
No. You know, I'm not going to summarize, but I will tell you that we can't address issues that aren't on the agenda. We appreciate your comments. We appreciate your concern. We obviously had some concern, or we wouldn't have asked for the study to be made. Some of the issues that were mentioned by various and sundry will have to be taken up with the Board of Supervisors as pertains to the membership of the board here. It's not an issue that we would be dealing with. So having said that, unless somebody else on the board has something to say, I'm going to ask for motion to adjourn. Have a motion and a second? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.